Hi, we're back. I'm Jerry, and this is my mother, Elaine. Elaine, say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Mom and I are going to continue talking about her memories from when she was a young person growing up in Lipscomb and then later on in McCalla, Alabama. Mother, if you saw the video prior to this one, she's one of 8 children that grew up in the Great Depression era. She was born in the 20s, and so we're going to talk about her memories from the 30s and 40s. And it's just really special. And Mom, I really appreciate you doing this.
You're welcome.
Sometimes she has a little trouble remembering, but I tell you, you're going to be surprised at how much she remembers as we have our little conversation here. So,
Thank you.
little Mom, one of 8, and the oldest, every one of you, when you graduated high school, and that was McAdory High School, right?
That's right.
You didn't go to college, you all went to work, or in like Uncle Doug's case,
Okay.
he joined the military, everyone else had to go to work.
Right.
Mom, let's talk about Uncle Don.
Okay.
Uncle Don was the 3rd oldest son, right?
Right.
And Uncle Don went to McAdory High School.
Right.
And then tell me what he did after he graduated.
Okay. When Don graduated, he had gotten infantile paralysis a little bit in his shoulders when he was young, and his shoulders were was already beginning to droop over and pull over a little bit. But anyhow, he was healthy enough to get a job at the mines, and so he went to work at the mines. And while he was there, he didn't want to stay there, so he got interested in civil engineering, and he was able to get a job with the state of Alabama in the highway department with some help with Mr. and Miss Fitzpatrick, who were relatives of our grandmother. I didn't know this until I was reading Don's history, and he mentions that Uncle Dink Fitzpatrick, Fitzpatrick and Aunt Inez Fitzpatrick, they had the bonding company in Bessemer, which is still there on 3rd Avenue in Bessemer. They helped him in some manner to get on with the state of Alabama. And that's how he met Aunt Ann, my sister-in-law Ann, working on the highways with the Alabama Department of Transportation Department, excuse me.
Don didn't like working at Raymond Mine, and he sought a career outside of it, and that's how he got started in civil engineering.
Right.
There was that in Bessemer, Mom?
It was in Jefferson County there, yeah. Woodward Iron Company, yeah.
What do you remember about Uncle Don? From what I'm seeing here and what I'm hearing from you, it sounds like he's a pretty hard worker.
He really was. He was such a gentle soul, too. He was the sweetest thing. You never heard Don speak a bad word about anyone. I don't care how bad they were. He never spoke bad of anyone. And I loved him dearly, even till when he got old and was in a nursing home and I went to see him. He still, even with the ones around him that annoyed him in the nursing home, he still wouldn't see anything bad. He would shush when he'd start to say something bad about them, how they annoyed him, but he wouldn't say anything bad about them. He was just always that way, and he was such a good brother to me. He always was there. He was like Denson. He always was there to help me out when I got in trouble.
So how wonderful would it be if more of us were like my Uncle Don and followed that saying about if you can't say anything good about anybody, just don't say anything at all.
That was his motto.
He followed that.
That was Don.
Mom, that's really wonderful.
And he has 2 boys, and of course he's He's left two boys. His oldest son, Don, is not with us. He's in heaven now. But David and his wife, Tony, are still with us.
Yeah, and we are so glad that they are.
Yep.
We got to see them recently, didn't we?
We did. When we went to Max's and your Max and Mary's memorial service.
Okay, so there's another little chapter of Mother's life and one of her brothers, Don. We will continue this in the next video, and I'm not sure which sibling that we'll talk about, but stay tuned, and we'll see you on the next one.